What is up, guys? It is Last Strix here, and coming at you with a Xbox gameplay. Finally, I haven't gotten around to it. Ever since I got back from New York, my PBR has just kind of been sitting there, lonely, just in the corner. But yeah, I finally got around to it. I got it all hooked up again. Everything's all set up, so now I can get around to filming Xbox gameplay again. The only thing is with all the games came out while I was visiting New York, so I bought all the games there. But now I've got to rebuy every game now that I'm back, so that's kind of annoying. But anyway, once I get it, that's all set. I'm buying Battlefield 3 tomorrow, and which is a game that it's like one of the top games that I wanted to buy. I obviously bought Modern Warfare 3 first because that's what everybody, plays here mostly. Generally I don't do Modern Warfare 3 or any sort of COD gameplay much because it's so used on YouTube and whatnot. But since it's the only game I have, and I've gotten into it, now that I didn't like it when I was in New York because I was playing it on PS3, and it just lags, and it's not as fun. I just don't get the enjoyment of that. But now that I'm here and I'm back and I'm playing it on an Xbox, I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit. It's still not the best in my opinion, but I think it's pretty good. I don't think it deserves the hate that it's been getting, but whatever. That's just me. There's some, rage issues in this game that just kind of makes you facepalm, but of course there's nothing you can do about that. There's always, in every game, there's always going to be something that's throwing you off. But basically what I wanted to talk about in this commentary was the direction of gaming now. Because, think about it. The last year, the end of last year, think about all the games that you wanted so badly. They all came out last year. All we have really, like the huge blockbuster hitting, blockbuster, that's a term used for movies, but anyway, point is, the big huge, games that just everybody's like, holy fucking shit, I need that. There's Mass Effect 3, obviously, that's coming out. And Final Fantasy was big for a lot of people, but they've sort of died off in my opinion. But and then there's a few good ones. There's like Resident Evil 6, which is coming out the end of this year, Darksiders 2, Borderlands 2. There's a few good ones out there, but I just sit here thinking to myself, everything that I wanted came out, and I just don't see any games that just hit my interest with like a fucking sledgehammer. I just don't understand where they can go from here. There's obviously a bunch of original concepts that they could come out with, or that they've been working on, that people are gonna be like, holy shit. But as far as franchise games go, like COD and Battlefield, I mean, there's Black Ops 2 they're working on now, but how many CODs are they gonna do? Like, honestly, I think with each COD, people just sort of get more and more pissed off, and it's just, the game is so aimed at younger kids now, it's like ridiculous. The amount of kids that you run into, there's more children playing this game than there are, older teens, and then, even people into their 20s. I think this is a game that they should be playing. It should be a game for them, but it's just all kids. That's all you run into now. And I mean, when I play, I generally just mute everybody. And unless I'm playing with a party or whatever, I just mute everybody. But I don't think you should have to do that. I think you should be able to meet new people and whatever. And that happens sometimes, yeah, I'll admit. But, I mean, just the amount of kids on there, I can't enjoy myself with so many kids. But, so there's Mass Effect 3 I'm really excited for. That's going to be an awesome game. But I just don't know. I mean, okay, if you guys could have, like, theoretically you could have any game, and it doesn't have to be, a franchise game, it can be anything, an original concept. What kind of game would you want to see? Like, and what was your favorite game of last year? I mean, I'd have to say Skyrim or Battlefield 3, and I mean, I love those games, and I can log so many hours into those games without getting bored. I just thought Skyrim especially was brilliant, and the fact that they don't need online to captivate so many people and have them play that game for such a long time without getting bored. I think it just really, because most games now are just aimed towards online. And I mean, there's a few good ones out there that are story based and they're single player, but gaming is just heading towards straight up online, you know, tons of people playing with each other. And I mean, and that's well, in a way that is a really good thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing online, and it brings a whole new experience to gaming. And it's not just like, oh, look at me, I'm sitting in a room, antisocial, with no friends, just playing games all day. But, and it totally, you know, gets rid of that. But it's really, I mean, it's not hard. There are a bunch of them out there, as I just said, but it takes a lot to make a game that really captivates you and just like takes you in and grabs hold of you and just fucking holds you there, and you're like, oh my god, this game is incredible, and you can play it there for fucking like ever. But, and I've had a few of them. I mean, with Skyrim, that's one of the things. With Skyrim, I had it with Oblivion. I never was really into the Fallout series. A lot of people were, and they had that. And then there's, of course, you know, generally that's a lot of RPGs do that. People with the Final Fantasy did that. Mass Effect, of course, does that. Anyway, I'm not going to go through naming a whole bunch of them, but I think it is time that the main franchises of today the main franchise games of today, just to drop the ball and say, you know what, this is it. We've had an awesome run. We blah blah blah, you know, but I think it's time for this series to end. And I'm not saying they should just stop, you know, developing games, but just go for something new. You know, try to start a new franchise that's even more popular than your old one. If you just keep making these games over and over again, people are just going to get more and more disappointed. I mean, steadily with the Call of Duties, or the Modern Warfares at least, people have just been, since COD 4, it was just like, COD 4 was amazing, it was the best fucking game ever, because it was new, it was exciting, but since then, it's just like, oh, it's the same shit over and over, and that's the thing, it's just like, half the people that have played the game don't want anything to change, and half the people want fucking a lot of shit to change, and it's just like, oh my god, half the people say, this aspect is really good, it's awesome that they changed this, and then the other people that are like diehard, you know, Modern Warfare original fans are like, oh, this is shit, why'd you fucking change this? So it's pretty much, you can't please everybody, but with originals, that tends not to happen, and I think that's really great, and that's why I think they should start a new thing. And even with Battlefield, that was like the most anticipated game ever, and even when it came out, people were like, oh, well, this is kind of shit, and I can't believe that people were saying it was shit. It's just that new aspect. It's like a sequel. Whenever a sequel of a movie is never as good as the original, and that's it. That's fucking it. That is the basis right there. And so that's why I'm thinking that they should just branch off. And even Final Fantasy now, that went forever, and people were people loved it for years and years. And now, you know, people are just saying the new ones are shit. They've been shit for like the last 4 that have come out. So I think maybe, you know what, a thought just came to me just then. Maybe it's just our generation of gaming. Maybe our tastes are changing dramatically over the, you know, over these past few years. Who knows? I mean, I guess we'll never really know, but the direction of gaming, I guess, is really vast. I don't know what they can do. I don't know what's going to happen. I can only hope what's going to happen, but of course that's just me. A lot of people might not want things to change. A lot of people might want things to change dramatically, and there's always going to be that disagreement, so whatever. And we just got absolutely smashed, so that's kind of sad. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and do all that jazz. And I shall be catching you guys around. Peace.